Hello and welcome back to our channel, JMB Reviews. I'm Michael,
I'm Jonathan.
and we are at the Palm Springs Film Festival reviewing the 24 movies that we're seeing here.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
don't know
lot.
how many movies
It's a
exactly
lot.
we're
We
seeing. We're
saw
seeing a lot though.
4 films in one day
Yeah.
yesterday.
Which we told, like, we were standing in line with people and they were like, don't do that.
He was like, "Are you serious?"
They're like, I would never do such a thing. I'm like,
And it
okay.
was a lot,
It was, but
but we
we were
survived.
fine.
I just don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
But we saw some good movies.
We
We're gonna
did.
be reviewing Three Rocks and Clouds,
Through Rocks and Clouds.
which was a Peruvian film
Mm-hmm.
about a boy who is like a an alpaca rancher in
Yeah,
the
I think their
Andes.
like whole village is just like owning alpacas and
Yeah.
stuff and selling like wool and
Yeah. And
stuff like
it's
that.
it's very much about like kind of putting the Peruvian culture out on display.
Mm-hmm.
There's not like that much of a plot.
No.
I didn't I wasn't blown away by like the filmmaking per se. Like it's a gorgeous film because it's in the Andes Mountains,
Yeah.
and so every shot is just like incredible.
Yeah.
But as far as like cinematography, like I wasn't like blown away by it.
Sure.
Um it's very much just like you need to be in the right mood and you need to just like be willing to kind of sit down and just enjoy this kind of like picture of Peruvian culture
Yeah. It is very much like a documentary almost.
in a way.
It's not necessarily like an actual like story like
There's no like
beginning,
three
middle,
act
end.
structure,
Yeah.
no.
Where
But
there's a problem, then there's a solution type
yeah,
thing.
that being said, um, the little boy actor was actually
He was
very good.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
He
I
was
was
amazing.
surprised.
Yeah.
And it was adorable because like so he has a dog and an alpaca that he's like named,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of follow him around everywhere. And like when I was watching the movie, I was like, I feel like he's got to have like already gotten to know these animals because like they're like actually following him around. Like usually
Yeah.
when a dog is on screen, like he's being controlled by a trainer off screen.
Yeah.
But this was like no, like that dog loves that kid.
Yeah.
And then the director was there afterwards and he was like, yeah, like that we chose the boy. And then he was like took us back to his village and then a dog ran out and greeted him and we were like, oh, that's our dog.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that he also had an alpaca that he had named. They changed the name for the alpaca, but still it was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's why the chemistry was so good, is because it's his actual dog,
Yeah.
which was just adorable.
It was. Yeah, the kid was amazing. I feel like the story they were trying to tell, because it is just kind of bringing light to a problem I didn't really know about. So I mean, it did its job and it did pretty well at it. But like how modern it like has taken over like smaller villages in those
Mm-hmm.
types of places where there's like coal mining and like different things that are happening in
Right.
these villages that are just like destroying the land and stuff.
Right. Well, because those villages are completely reliant on like
Natural
a
resources and
yeah,
stuff.
like grass and water
Yeah.
and the weather all being right so that
Hmm.
they can raise the alpacas and make money and survive.
Yeah.
And so when there's like extensive mining operations in the area and they're polluting the air and all that stuff, like that's actively destroying their way of life.
Yeah. Which makes perfect sense. I just never knew about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you don't hear about it,
Yeah, exactly.
But
So I think it did a good job at like raising awareness to
mhm.
that in actual terms of like movie watching. It was very slow and boring, but
Yeah.
I think it was still good. you
Yeah,
know?
like, I was fine sitting in the theater watching it. I
Yeah.
just don't know that I would watch it again.
Yeah,
But, like, the one time, I wasn't, like, overly bored.
exactly.
Um, and it did have, like, kind of a spiritual element to it where there was, um, like a
Yeah.
like a
I don't
I don't
remember the
know,
name of it, but
supernatural or, like, spiritual
it was like their
being, I don't
gods,
know,
yeah.
yeah,
It was
who
I
was
think
like a I don't know.
I think he just wanted to add that into, like, kind of
Just expose you to the
the
culture,
culture,
yeah,
yeah.
because it, like, leads he loses the alpacas, and then it, like, leads him to the alpacas. It was, like it wasn't
Yeah.
that big of a plot element, but it was just kind of, like, interesting how that was included.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Yeah. Pretty good
I
movie,
would yeah,
worth
I
watching.
would watch it once just
Yeah,
to experience the culture because it is a really beautiful
it
culture.
is.
It was really cool.
It was really cool to watch. I wouldn't watch it again,
No.
mainly because I got what I needed from it and
Mhm.
wouldn't necessarily need anything else from it.
Exactly, and that's why it's like a documentary. It's like it's bringing awareness, but it's not like rewatchable.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
But yeah, very good movie and would recommend. All right. Bye.